A very good morning. So I'm now representing our group to present the e-tutor online system. So let's start off with the login screen. So this will be our login screen, and we will first log in as a student. So before we log in, let's check on the validation. So I will now type in any username which is not exist, no user, and let's make it blank, and it shows please fill in the password. So let's test with testing account with the wrong password, and it shows the username not found. Since the username is not found, we use an actual username with a with uh, with incorrect password, and it shows invalid password. Okay, so let's log in with the correct password, which is the longer 98 ID, and also the password of longer 98. You can check here, it's the longer 98. Okay, let's log in. So this will be our first page, which is the blog page. So from here, we can view on all the blogs which are posted by students and tutor. So all these blog can be viewed and also comment. We can click on the view comment to view on the comments which made by other students. So we can see here, this is the blog, and this will be the comment, and comment by whom, and what's the comment, and when was the comment posted. So we can now try to make another comment, testing, and we can click the comment, and it shows our comment will be shown here, which is here, longer 98, right now at the time of 10:42. So besides of the blog page, we can also view for other posts. With here are the comments. So after the post page, we can actually have a message box. This is a message function which we can message with the student can message with the tutor. So the message that they send will be represented in a black color, while the message that's sent by their tutor will be shown as a green color. So we can test right now to test with the message, hi, may I know when was the exam date? And after we click the send button, the message will be sent, and the tutor will actually receive the message as well. And beside of the message, we also have a meeting button here, where students can actually create, or they can arrange a meeting with their tutor, which they can choose either to meet physically or virtually using online meeting. So both works the same. So we will start with virtual physical meeting. So for physical meeting, they can only meet their personal tutor, and they can choose the date from here. They cannot choose any past date, and they can only choose future date. So let's choose on next week, which is on 7th of May. And the time they can choose on any time. So let's make it 10 a.m. tomorrow. And where to meet, they have to first key in the venue. So if they didn't, they can't proceed with the arranged meeting. They have to first key in the venue, and let's click it, and it shows success, meeting was arranged. And once they had arranged their meeting, they can view on the arranged meeting. So they can see here they are meeting on 30th, they are meeting on 27th, and they are meeting on May 7th. After they had their meeting with the tutor, they can also record it by record down the meeting minutes. So let's make a demo of record meetings for this meeting. So they can put in any meeting minutes. Let's say discuss on the project progress, and they click the submit. So they can now view the record meeting in the minutes of meeting. And besides of the meeting, they can also view the coursework. They can see that there are actually a coursework pending, which is the title of LR Literature Review Chapter 2 and the description of complete the LR by this week. And also they can view on their submitted work. So they can make multiple attempts as long as the tutor will only check on the last attempt. So they can view on the attachment which attached by their tutor. They will know which questions or which tutorial they will need to submit to their tutor. So once they click, it will then shows the PDF file or tutorial file that uploaded by their tutor. And once they have, they can just save, or they can just look at the questions and they can make submission. So once they have made submissions, they cannot change on the title and description, but they must upload a single file. So they will need to click on the choose file to select the document that they want to upload. And this upload will only allow PDF files. So the user will only see PDF files right here, but not any other files. So if they click on any PDF file, it will then show here and they click on the submit. So they will see that they actually make 2 submissions for this tutorial, and one was commented but one was not. And after the coursework, they can also create blogs, and also they can view on their posted blog. These are all the posted blog with title, content, date, time. They can choose to delete or edit. So if they delete this first day in college, so let's see, they can see the post right here. So once he deleted, okay, the blog deleted successfully, and it shows no, they can't see the blog anymore. And they can also choose to edit the blog. Let's say the second day, they can actually change it to first day, and they go update, and let's check again, it shows first day. So they can create a new blog, MCO period. Okay, so once they had clicked in everything, they can just click the submit, and it will show the blog was uploaded. So they can check on the posted blog right here. MCO period is so boring. And once they had done with all these functions, all these features, they can then go to the dashboard. This is a dashboard for students where they can check on their summary of total message summary. So you can see that they actually sent 23 messages to their tutor, but their tutor only replied with 5 messages. And they can also check on the total meeting by month, which is the meeting that had arranged with their tutor. So there are 3 meetings in April and 1 meeting in May. So that's all for the student part. They can also check on the currently login user, which is their username. And once they had logged in, and they can just log out to end their session. And whenever they had logged out, they will not be able to go in again because the session already ended. Okay, since we have already demo on the student view, now we will demo on the tutor view. So we will first log in as a tutor with tutor account. The tutor account and student account are both created by the admin. So we will first log in as a tutor with this ID and password. Log in. Okay, so this is the tutor view. So you can see that the header color is actually different from student. So we use the different header and footer color to identify which users are currently logged in at. So you can see that the currently logged in user is a tutor, and this is their username. So with the orange color header, they have the same features such as the blog. They will have the blog, they can view on the blog, and they can also comment on it. Or they can have message with their student, but this will works a bit different, where the message, they can choose to start the chat with any other student they have. So let's start chat with one of the students. So they can see these are the messages that sent by students. So the tutor can reply now. So if the student asks when was the exam date, it will be on next Monday. Once they hit enter, the message will be sent, and the user can now check on the message they receive. And besides of that, they can also reply anything like MCO extend to 12 May. And that's all for message function. They can also create meetings, arrange meeting with their student, and they have the same option, which is the virtual meeting and physical meeting. They can also view on the meeting they have with their students, which is they currently see they have one pending meeting. So let's create one. They can choose on a meeting to choose to as a physical meeting, and they can now select a student to meet. You can first select a student, and then the date, make it on 9th of May. The date would be at 11 a.m. and where to meet. Submit. So once they had created this meeting, they can now check on the view meeting. They will see there's another pending meeting here. And besides of the physical meeting, the virtual meeting will work the same, just that the venue will be replaced with a Zoom ID instead. The Zoom ID will be created and they can just key in the Zoom ID here. And if they did not select any tutee that they want to meet, the creation will be denied and they must select a tutee before they can proceed with the creation of meeting. So let's choose one student. You can see the children's student ID and the Zoom meeting ID. And once they submit, they can now check on the meeting they have, which is one at the lobby area and one for the Zoom meeting ID. And besides of the meeting, they can also upload tutorial for their students. Let's say they would like to upload for the chapter 3 of our literature review. And complete the LR by this week. So they can now choose to attach any file or any questions that they want. So they will select one of the PDF file and they will just upload. Once they hit the upload, it shows the upload successful and they can view the upload will be viewed by their student who are under their supervision. And they can also check on the student coursework. These are all the works that submitted by the student. So they can see that this is the work that's submitted by students, so they can make a comment right there. And they can say any comment, great piece of work, submit. And they can see this is the comment. This comment can be seen by their student as well. And besides of the coursework, they will also have a blog. This is the blog as well. They can create a blog or they can build on the blog that they had. This is the blog they have. It's 5th day of quarantine. As you can see here, this is the blog. So they can also edit. Let's say now it's already the 21st day. First day of quarantine. And let's check on, does it change? Yes, it's already updated with the latest blog. And besides of the blog, they also has a personal dashboard. This is the tutor dashboard where they can see who are the students that under their supervision. So as you can see here, there are 3 students under the tutor's supervision. And that's all for the tutorial part. We will now log out and we will test on the session as well. Since the user already logged out, hitting the back button will not let them go in anymore. Okay, so let's continue with the admin part. So we will first log in as the admin with the admin password, username and password. The first page that the admin sees will be a register page, and the header is also different from the tutor and student, where the header is purple and also the footer. So once they log in, they can register an account for student. So let's register a new account for new students. And the username, they can create any username for the user, but the password will need to be a combination of at least 6 numbers with letters. So let's try off with a pure letters only. So we will have this, and let's check, is it the same? And then we can key in any email as long as the format is correct. Let's click on register. It shows the invalid password because we did not key in the password, which is the combination of letters and numbers. So let's create another account with the username of this. And right now we will need to key in the password with combination of numbers and letters, as like this. So we will need to key in again, and the email. This is the email, and we set the user level to student. Once we hit on the register, it will take some time to load. Okay, and it shows the register successful. We can now check on our email. Let's refresh, and we can see we received the email where it shows this is our user ID and password. And also in this ID will also be saved in the database, and the password will be encrypted, as can be seen here. Let's refresh the database. Okay, and it shows the password are all encrypted. Let's show more records. Okay, this is the previous account that we created just now, 23, and you can see that the password already been encrypted, which is more secure. And once we check on database, we can then go back to our admin part. So besides of the register, they can also assign student or assign tutor for students. They can either click to assign for tutor or for students. So let's try on the tutor. So it will first shows all the tutor list right here, and they can choose on whichever tutor that they want. So let's check on the tutor, and it shows this is the tutor details, and they can assign the student for them. So they can select only one. So if they do not like to select only one, they can assign student. They can choose from the students right here. So let's select with the student which we created just now, and we assign the student for this tutor. Okay, it shows the student assigned successful. Let's check on our email. So as you can see here, it shows that the students you have been assigned to tutor Miss Hasina, and also same for the tutor, they will also be emailed with the notification of, it shows that this student had been assigned to you. And once the assign had been done, besides of assigning one by one, they can also check on the bulk assign, where they bulk allocate, where they can choose all students together and they can assign. And this will show the confirmation. Once they hit on the OK, and it will start assigning and sending email to them. Okay, so once the student was assigned, the bulk allocation had been done, the tutor will then receive an email which shows all the students that have been assigned to the tutor. And once they had done with that, the admin can also assign students by each of them, such as they can choose on, like they can see here are the students who don't have a personal tutor. They can then click on the student, and they click on assign. They can then choose the tutor that they want to assign with. And once they had clicked on the assign, the email will be sent as well. While it's loading, and it should come back to this page, and the tutor will then receive another email which shows the latest email. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is the latest email which is shows student have been assigned to you. And beside of the assignation, the admin will also has an authority to access to the dashboard. They can access to both tutors and student personal dashboard. So if they click on the tutor dashboard, they can click to view on the dashboard for the different tutor. So if they click on the view dashboard, they can see that for this tutor, there are currently one student under their supervision. They can also click on other tutor, which is the different tutor. They can see there's also one student right here. And maybe for this, they will have 9 students under this like tutor supervision. And beside of tutor dashboard, they can also view on student dashboard. And this is student dashboard. They can view on the personal dashboard. Let's click on the first one. So it shows this student's dashboard, which this student have only one meeting in April and only sent 5 messages but not been replied by the tutor. And beside of these students, they can also click on other students, such as here are the students with no record yet, or maybe they can search on the name. Okay, so let's check on these students. So it shows these students had sent a 23 message and been replied with 7 messages by the tutor, and they can have a look on the total meeting by months. So this will be the dashboard, and they can also set the entry to be 25 or 50 to have more views on it. And beside of the personal dashboard, the admin will actually have a statistic report. This statistic report will show all the record for the entire system. So the first record that show is the tutor message summary. This will show all the message, the total number of messages sent by each tutor. So it can be seen here, here are 13 message, here are 15, 7 message, and the default was the message sent by all time. The admin can then choose to view for the past 7 days. So for the past 7 days, it shows only a 2 message, 6 message. In the past 30 days, it shows roughly the same. But if all time, then it shows there will be more data to be shown here. And beside of the tutor message, they can also have the tutor meeting summary, like there are total how many meetings for all these tutor with their students, and this is the average number of message per month, where they can see in April there are most message, average message with 7 message average for each tutor, and there's only 1 message for the month of February. This is the statistic report, and beside the statistic report, they can also view on the exception report. This will be the exception report where the tutor, the admin will see the exception report, such as the student without personal tutor. So they can see here are 2 students without personal tutor, and here are the students without any interaction with the tutor, which means they don't have any meetings or they don't have any message with their tutor. So this is the all time. So they can also check on the by 7 days. It shows there are 20 entries for 7 days, where there's 20 students who don't have interaction within these 7 days. But if for all time, there will be lesser, which is only 19 students don't have any interaction all time. And besides of the interaction, they can also check on the exception report for students without a personal tutor, and they can then assign a tutor for them in this report as well. So they can see this is the student details. They can click to assign. And if they click on the tutor, so they assign the tutor for that student. Once they had assigned, it will come back to here, and the student will now be assigned for a tutor, and it shows only 1 student left without a personal tutor. And that's all for the admin part.